A Train Allen by Lesley Younge, illustrated by Lonnie Olivier. A Train Allen. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and everyone knew that A Train Allen would soon come flying by. A Train lived on Holly Street, which was not too far from his school. In the mornings, he took his time, but after school, he ran. It was widely believed that he could get across town faster than the subway. When the final school bell rang, the neighbors and shopkeepers and old men playing chess in the park would check the time and say, "Guess A Train will be along soon." Shortly after, here he'd come, barreling through, his sneakers flapping against the pavement, his backpack bouncing, and a little gust of wind whooshing by because, man, that boy was fast. This afternoon was no different. After bounding out the front door of his school, A Train bolted through the park. He flew past a group of older kids playing basketball who stopped their game to watch him go. A flock of pigeons took to the air, and the lady feeding them smiled as she threw another handful of breadcrumbs onto the ground. The old men playing chess under the ginkgo trees laughed and remembered a time when they too could run like that. Once he bolted through the park, A Train sped past the library. The window display was a tempting blur of books. A girl sat on the bench outside reading. The pages of her book fluttered as A Train passed. After speeding past the library, he dashed toward the post office, arriving just as the mail trucks rolled out for afternoon delivery. He skidded to a stop at the curb and paused long enough to let the last truck turn onto Center Street, where he was headed to. The driver gave a friendly honk. A Train waved and took off again. Center Street was bustling as people gathered on corners and customers scurried in and out of the various shops. A Train ducked and dodged his way down the sidewalk. A Train, where are you going so fast?" the grocer called as she arranged piles of oranges and avocados. Got somewhere to be, A Train called back. A Train, where are you going so fast?" the barber hollered as he swept his doorway. Got somewhere to be, A Train hollered back. A Train, where are you going so fast?" the mustached man behind the hot dog stand shouted as he squeezed out some mustard. Got somewhere to be, A Train shouted back. Down the street, through the alley, and up the hill, A Train ran. He didn't slow down until he reached the elevated subway station. The tracks trembled overhead as a train rumbled closer, bringing folks back home from the cluster of skyscrapers downtown. The train screeched to a stop. He heard the doors hiss open. The conductor's garbled voice warned boarding passengers to stand back. Moments later, A Train's grandmother came down the stairs. When she reached the bottom, she stepped onto the sidewalk and adjusted her hat. A Train was right there to meet her. "Made it on time, Grandma," he said. "Yes, you did, baby. Seems like you beat me here every single day. You sure are fast." She gave him a squeeze around the shoulders and a kiss right on top of his head. A Train smiled and took her hand. Together, they walked the rest of the way home. And here's our dedication to Grandma Ida and Grandma Dot, my father, who is my champion, and Alan, who will always be the reason why, from Lesley, and to Nicola Montague for always believing in me. Thank you, from Lonnie.